like popular girls? Do you like gals? Or maybe you like cosplaying and fashion? So here are 10 romance anime you must watch if you love My Dress-Up Darling, and I'll also tell you my exact reason why they're so similar. Let's go.
Ah, いいな。それで俺は何を？
はい、スマホでいいのでとにかく好きに撮ってください。
でもよくわからんぞ。
見える愛があればできます。
無茶言うな。
Since Dress Up Darling is about cosplay, we're gonna kick things off with another cosplay anime. Masamune Okamura, a second-year student and manga research club president, is a huge otaku and loves the character Lylio. Things get wild when he meets Ririsa Amano, a first-year cosplay fanatic who ropes him into becoming her photographer for the Lylio-themed project. Just when Masamune's diving into cosplay and photo edits, childhood friend Mikari Tachibana pops back, and now a model who wants to jump back to cosplay too.
ファスナーが噛んじゃって脱ぐの手伝ってもらえますか？
This anime nails the messy, awkward, and kinda hilarious side of passion, both for cosplay and love. Yeah, some scenes hit cringe territory, and a few episodes drag, but Masamune has this clueless charm and hidden smoothness Gojo doesn't have. Oh, and you gotta give bonus points for the voice acting, because Masamune's voice actor is Yuji Itadori's voice actor. So every time he screams, it's like Itadori getting into a cosplay convention.
昨日は僕の仲間が迷惑かけたみたいですまなかったね。
許します。さようなら。
Time to move to a female POV. Yukari Hayasaka's boring school life takes a wild turn when she's suddenly swept into the world of Yazawa Art Academy. After fainting and waking up in their studio, the gang wants her as their model for an upcoming show. She doesn't want to be a part of the craziness, so she leaves, but leaves her ID behind. George Kazumi, is unapologetically bold head designer, somehow finds her and drags her back by throwing her into the chaotic world of fashion design.
あなた持ってたなら返してよ。
まあそう焦るな。君とはゆっくり時間をかけて愛し合いたいな。
What really nails this anime is how it skips the usual over-the-top drama and delivers something refreshingly grounded. Characters here actually listen to each other and argue with weight. No one-sided shouting matches here. Plus, every outfit and detail jumps off the screen, making fashion obsessives drool. I felt like this explored the fashion industry and its challenges much better than My Dress-Up Darling did with cosplay. So if fashion's your thing, give this one a go.
だってリュウトだって私のことをよく知らないじゃん。
それは確かに。
それに私リュウトのことちょっと好きだよ。
Maybe you might not be into cosplay. Maybe you're into the good old popular girl falling for the unpopular boy. Well, I've got you covered, you crazy, unrealistic, dreaming fanatic. Ryuto Kashima is your typical shy guy who never thought he'd have a chance with the effortlessly cool Runa Shirakawa, until a lost bet forces him to confess. To his surprise, Ryuna says yes, but keeps the relationship under wraps, adding all kinds of awkward chaos. He has to navigate secret dates, blow up insecurities, and deal with a sudden love triangle when Ryuto's middle school crush transfers in.
座って座って。
あ、うん。座るってどこに？ベッド？ベッドに座るってこと？
Watching this rom-com feels like stepping into a minefield of teenage awkwardness. Technically, watching any high school romance anime is like stepping into a minefield, but this cranks it up a notch because we got a ton of drama going on. And I kind of like the way they handled misunderstandings and jealousy. It feels like watching real people figure stuff out instead of the usual anime drama. Sure, this might not reach the levels of My Dress-Up Darling, but at least give the first episode a go and see if this show's for you.
君も原始圏？
見えるのか？私がこいつらと同類に見えるのか？
Kanji Sasahara, a shy college freshman, stumbles into a quirky otaku club called Genshiken, where anime, manga, and cosplay reign supreme. He's first embarrassed by his new friend's obsession, but he slowly ditches his denial and dives headfirst into otaku culture. Along the way, we meet Makoto Kosaka, a hardcore otaku who looks nothing like the stereotype, and Saki Kasukabe, Kosuka's non-otaku girlfriend desperately trying, and hilariously failing, to drag him back to normal life.
この歌はちょっと昔の有名なアニメソング。
なあ、どう思う？
Watching Genshiken is like peeking behind the curtain of otaku life without the usual cliches. The humor comes from how painfully relatable the characters are, from shy newbies to hardcore fans who prefer watching anime over real relationships. Does that remind you of someone? Yes? No? Anyways, Saki's attempts to fix Kosaka add a fun twist, and this show as a whole can be a gem of a rom-com anime.
なんであんたなのよ！
それはこちらのセリフと言いますか？
はあ？
ちょっと待ってください。落ち着きましょう。
その敬語しゃべりキモいからやめてくんない？
Time for the popular gyaru to fall with the unpopular boy. Third-year high schooler Jiro Yakuen has one simple wish: to be paired with his crush, Shiore Sakurazaka, during his school's quirky marriage practical. Yep, this is the world high schoolers live like pretend spouses and are scored on their closeness. But surprise, surprise, he ends up stuck with Akari Watanabe, a lively gyaru who wants to be with her crush, Minami Tenjin. Now, both of them want to switch partners, but the more they work together, the more they fall in love.
諦めないでよね。私のためにもあんたのためにも。わかった？やらしい。
This is like a mixture of Toradora, My Dressup Darling, and Nisekoi. We got the haters and lovers from Toradora, the whole love triangle stuff from Nisekoi. Joro's awkwardness and Akari's spirited charm make for a perfect oddball duo whose chemistry slowly flips from hate this to wait, is this love? The manga's still going, and I'm slowly starting to feel like it's going to be another Rent-a-Girlfriend, where the story gets dragged on and your great-grandson gets told how it ends, but I'll keep my hopes up.
俺も乃木坂さんと一緒で楽しかった。
そうですか。はるかでいいです。
Haruka Nogazaka is the untouchable queen of Hakujo Academy. Gorgeous, talented, and downright iconic. But here's the kicker. She's secretly an otaku. Blowing this cover could ruin her flawless rep. When shy Yuto Ayase accidentally stumbles on her manga stash in the library, he promises to keep it under wraps. This kicks off a new friendship between them, and Haruka slowly starts to fall for Yuto.
今何か柔らかいものが。
Now, this is an old anime, but this show nails the rom-com vibes without trying too hard. It follows the My Dressup Darling pattern of the popular girl falling for the unpopular boy, but this time the popular girl is way more innocent and way more shy. This kind of reminds me of Fragrant Flower Blooms with Dignity, but instead of dignity, we get tons of otaku references. But hey, if you love the whole popular girl thing, then you can give this a go.
大丈夫だから言ってくれる？
Hikari Tsutsui is your typical socially awkward otaku who loves anime and games more than anything. His only friend is Yuto Ito, a fellow gaming enthusiast. When Hikari is tasked with cleaning the pool, he crosses paths with Iroha Igarashi, a popular misunderstood girl with a really bad reputation. Despite their differences, the two decide to stick together and navigate their tricky high school romance.
何俺が貧弱な？何？
その風、私がもらう。
This is pretty much of a different romance compared to My Dressup Darling. Even though it's still about a popular girl falling for the unpopular boy, this time both the people have social issues and the relationship's more about those two navigate them together. I felt like this dived into the romance aspect way more than My Dressup Darling did, but Dressup Darling still had better chemistry between the main couple.
16歳です。
うちと一緒だ。学校はどこ来るの？
北陵高校です。
嘘。
近い。
うちも北陵高校。
Tsubasa Shiki moves from Tokyo to the snowy landscapes of Hokkaido, where the freezing cold hits harder than he expected. On his first day, he bumps into Minami Fuyuki, a bubbly gal who rocks a short skirt despite the cold. She helps him find directions and the two soon become friends. But in true rom-com fashion, we've got a twist. Fuyuki ends up sitting right next to Tsubasa in class, and soon she starts to become more than a friend.
てかこれの匂いうちと翼のが混ざっちゃったね。
この人狙って言ってるでしょ。
Watching this anime was a blast. One of those quirky, fun, fast-paced shows that gives tons of wholesome moments and tons of laughs. Minami's personality is pretty much a carbon copy of Marin, and that means she knows how to tease a guy and blush at the same time. The fan service shows up, but it doesn't drown the story. Plus, the art keeps the focus where it should be, on the people, their interactions, and those awkward but sweet moments we all secretly love.
ねえ、なんでこれが私に似合うと思ったのか説明して。
すみません。だって藤戸さん思ったことすぐ口にするし、僕なんかよりずっと男らしい。
おい、続き。
Chiyuki Fujito wants to walk Paris Fashion Week, but being too short keeps slamming doors in her face. Ikuto Tsumura is a high school kid with serious design talent and big ideas, but no money or connections. When they meet, they team up and decide to take on the fashion world together, even though everyone says their goals are impossible.
あの一瞬。針を見てしまった。
Oh, come on, the premise of this show pretty much screams my dress-up darling, but instead of cosplay, we get fashion. What grabbed me about Smile Down the Runway is how it shows the hard work behind dreams. Characters lose auditions, mess up designs, and keep going anyway. You see practice, stress, and failure, and all the heavy lifting that comes in the fashion world. This is a really well-done romance anime, and if you love my dress-up darling, definitely give this one a go.
泉さんはずっと私のそばにいればいい。
Yu Izumi's high school life is a non-stop streak of bad luck, but it gets way better once he starts dating Michoen Shikamori. She's popular, sporty, and super kind, but when Yu trips into trouble, she switches into serious mode and jumps in to protect him. Since Yu keeps getting her pretty much every 5 minutes, Shikamori sticks close to him and the two face the high school challenges together.
こう？
やりました。
わあ、やっぱり可愛い。
What makes this rom-com fun is that it sticks to what the title promises you. Lots of cute couple scenes and a really badass girlfriend. This pretty much came right after My Dress-Up Darling and rode the hype wave, and I'd say this is a very worthy successor. I know a lot of people hate the main character, and even I did at one point, but now that I think about it, Yu isn't loud or creepy. He stays calm and thoughtful, which makes him much better than your average screaming, blushing main character. If you want something funny, easy to watch, and led by a girlfriend who saves the day, this series delivers.